Good morning, guys. This morning we are headed off into the woods. I love to do this sometimes, before everyone gets up, gets moving, and just kind of check out what's out on the property. Sometimes I see deer. I see some turkeys already, but it was too far away from the camera. And just to kind of give you guys an idea of what kind of an atmosphere we're trying to build at this campground if it gets approved. So that, if you're making future plans for maybe some camping in the future in Maine, my wife and I hope to offer something really different here in Sanford. And I just want to head out into the woods a little bit here and I'll show you where we are on the map, give you an idea of what it looks like and give you your bearings. So what I'll do is I'll stop right here and to show you kind of what it looks like and what it sounds like. Okay, I can't hear too much right now this morning. You can see I've got some trees down here from a lot of trees down from the winter storm that we had. And so that's the nature of pines. And you can see the white fence behind me. I'll show you where we are on the map, just to give you an idea. This will all thicken up as the sun gets in here because I did some thinning. It'll thicken up a lot more. And what I hope to do is put some RVs between the trees and leave a lot of foliage so that it stays very wooded like this. It's going to be a very different experience than some of the other campgrounds that you might visit where everything's asphalt. All right, let's keep going. So the whole idea behind electric everything is to keep it quiet on the campground at all times. So the only thing you're really hearing, other than my voice, is the sound of the wheels of the side-by-side, going over the pine needles, crushing some pine cones, things like that. All right, we're at about the middle section where I hope to put some cabins. And you can barely see the fence. I'm 100 foot back, and it'll get thicker too, just because as the sun gets in there. And I bought a spade to plant some trees to keep it really, really thick, because I know the neighbors want their privacy, and certainly I know the campers want their privacy as well. Just take a look at that, guys, and how beautiful it is out in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep cruising up here, and this would be the road. And you can see, I just give you an idea of how thick it is. There's a neighbor's house over there, probably 180 feet away. But it's going to thicken up just like it has in there. And I just cut this like probably 2 years ago, and you can see it's already building up and get really, really thick. So there's the third piece right over there that we own that goes down to the water. And so there's the fence. So I'm going to take a right here and I'll show you on the map. And I'm just going to buzz down this way. And hopefully this morning we'll see some deer. I saw some deer last night. I'll make sure when I was out with my wife, and I'll make sure I splash that so you guys can see. I see deer out here pretty much every day, which really is pretty awesome, I think. And I think because we're in an electric vehicle, it's not as intimidating to the animals to hear me approaching. Plus, I think they're kind of getting used to me being out here. And I never feed them. I've never fed them because I don't want to do that. I don't want them to get too comfortable with me. Some of them already let me get pretty close to them. Uh-oh, where's my trail? Oh yeah, there it is right there. Left, right, yeah. Okay, so I'll make sure I point where we are again on the map. And again, I plan on putting trails all through here so that people who want to go for a walk in the morning will be able to enjoy all of this, you know, and hear the birds and things like that. And I'll play some of the sounds that you'll hear on the water. Really spectacular. All right, I don't know if you can hear that crow or not, but boy, it's loud. I see osprey in here, and I've seen porcupines, rabbits. People that put in the fence saw a bear. So there's definitely a lot of wildlife in here, which is great because you know, along the shoreline there's been so much destruction from people clear cutting, and I'll show you in the drone footage what our frontage on the pond looks like, and it's going to stay like that. We want to keep it very, very wooded for the animals, and we need to do that because we know that's why people are going to come to this campground if we get it approved, because they're going to want a more wooded experience. Now there's the white cedar forest. I'll show you where we are on the map, and like I said, all of this area is going to be walking trails. All right, so I'm going to turn around here, but you can see the that's the white cedar forest right through there. All right, let's head off this way, and what we're going to do is we're going to follow along the white cedar forest. And the DEP told me that I could have a walking trail along the white cedar forest. So I keep this trail cleared, but you can see it's still, you know, really wooded. Certainly going to be able to walk on this with sneakers and boots. Some people are going to want to wear boots, but the whole idea is to make it very obvious that you're walking on a trail, but to leave it, you know, of course, very wooded. All right, so just want to make sure we know where we are on the map here. And I still have some down trees, so I can't show you this whole trail that I have up. But you can see this is really wooded. And I'm going to be staying with the campground down. What I want to do is stay down closer to the water. So we're not going to be this far back in the woods. But I am going to have a lot of trails all over the place for people to cruise around and explore the animals and just have fun enjoying nature. You know, we're about 25 minutes to Wells Beach if you decide that you've had enough of the woods and you just kind of want to get. So they got a trail that goes up that way, but I want to follow the white cedar forest. And so what we're going to do is we're going to duck in down here. So I cruise this on a regular basis, and I also have if I haven't created any areas where I need to yet, but I have a whole bunch of wood chips that I've had delivered. So if I get any bare spots or anything like that, I'll be able to. Oh yeah, I forgot about that tree. All right, we're gonna put it in 4-wheel drive low, and I'm gonna try and just muscle my way over that tree right there. It's bigger than it looks on my camera. Yep, there you go. And I haven't seen any deer this morning. I was really kind of hoping to show you guys that. And I'm not going to be able to go much further straight ahead because there's a lot of trees down. So what we're going to do is we're going to blaze a trail right through here. Yeah, I can see the trees down. And I will see deer in this area. I'll show you where we are on the map. I got you on my selfie stick, so I'm hoping to maybe whip the camera around, and if I need to show you some deer. All right, here we go. I have to be careful through here because I can see stumps from when this land was forested before I bought it. All right, so there is one of the pieces that I own that goes right out to Country Club 2. And I'm about 100 foot back from that white fence. And the reason why you can see it so well is because that neighbor did a lot of clearing on this land before I bought it. And the owner of the property, was an older woman who, wasn't walking the property like I am. But in this whole area along here on that white fence, that privacy fence, the reason why you can see it so well, and I'm trying to let it grow back in because the code enforcement officer in Sanford told me to stay 40 foot back when I was using the forester. But, they just cleared. They had fences on our property and things like that. They're just probably didn't know. No one seemed to care. And so it's really not a big deal. I mean, they didn't hurt the land. But, they did do a lot of clearing, even in here. And you can see I'm letting it grow back. But, yeah. So this is kind of a different video for me and for you guys to watch. But, I wanted to give you an idea of what it looks like out here. And, I cleared all of this 2 years ago. And look at this bush right here. The camera really doesn't do it justice. That bush right there is 8 foot tall. So it is growing back very, very quickly because I mowed all of this down right there. That right there, very, very tall. And the trees are growing lower branches now as well, which is what I wanted, because my idea for a campground is to, because I'm making them really large, they're 4,000 square foot campsites. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to put the RVs in between the trees and leave all this underbrush. And I bought a spade, and I'll show you what that is. And that spade will allow me to dig up these plants and replant them between the RVs to keep it really, give everyone some privacy and give the birds a place to land and, visit everywhere they want to go. So I'm just going to show you where we are on the map again to give you an idea. So if you're on the property and you hit the white fence, you can just follow the fence if you get lost. So it's not really a danger of getting lost. And if you hit the white cedar forest, well, that's going to be wet. You're not going to want to go through there. I'll have to blaze a trail through here. Whoa. So I hope you're finding this video informative. And if you did, you can like, comment, subscribe. If you have questions about working with the town or the neighbors or what kind of equipment I purchased, I've got a lot of other videos on the channel. I live on the pond. I've lived on this pond for over 20 years. So I definitely want to keep it very protective. I know some of what's been going on with some of the cottages is they're slowly over the years trying to open up their waterfront view more and more. And you know, I just think it's unfortunate because it's not great for the environment. So yeah, headed back to my house now, and really appreciate you guys coming along with me on this video. A little bit different today. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, until next time, let's try to build a campground.